Hey you guys, so the video that you guys just saw, if you did, I was walking you guys through how I'm using my Happy Planner. It is a classic size, by the way, but I am gonna move this out of the way because we are over talking about this topic, okay? So that one is that one. If you wanna learn more, feel free to go to my other video. But I did wanna hop on now to walk you through what I am using for my planning system for my day-to-day right now. The reason why I'm choosing to use these for right now was because I already had them. I'm not ready to make a decision on 2024 yet. And so what I certainly didn't want to do was go buy 2024 knowing it can't even start until January, not sure which system I want to use, and potentially then just throwing all that money away. My old self would have done that. But now when I moved to my new house in July, the amount of planner inserts that I had was excessive and a bit overwhelming, to where the amount of paper that you're throwing away when you're not using them was a lot for me. So I decided to stay resourceful until I find the planning system that I absolutely adore. What I will say is the system that I'm going to show you guys right now, I do have complete intention of reaching out to the Full Focus Planner team because they offer these hole punched. So it used to be where this planner system, you could only get it this way, bound, and then they have a spiral availability now. But then they now have the A5 holes, so you can get the single sheets with A5 holes. However, I love Franklin Covey, y'all. I love their system. I miss my Tyler binder, and this might sound silly to some people, but it isn't silly to me. I miss my Tyler binder. I sold it earlier this year to continue helping pay for some legal fees, and I just realize how much I miss it. I miss my binder. I miss the black rings. I miss the weight of it, the structure of it, the look of it, all of it. So November 15th, from my understanding, is Franklin Covey is going to be coming out with some new binders. I'm going to take a look and see what they have. I have also entertained Filofax has a really beautiful binder that's very similar to like a Moterm type leather, the pebbled leather. I love that it has the larger rings, very similar to like a Franklin Covey size. Those are the largest rings that Filofax has ever done. The problem that I have with that binder though is it is so astronomically expensive that I'm having a really hard time justifying it. Because selfishly I think to myself, I could buy a pair of shoes, I could buy a purse, I could buy anything other than that. I could help towards my credit card, whatever the hell it is, but it's a lot. There's so many other things than paying for that one binder that I wouldn't even be guaranteeing myself that it's not one of those that, oh my God, I cannot live without this thing. If it was one of those that, oh my God, I cannot live without this thing, maybe a different ball game. And then it also came down to, if you're going to spend that type of cash, would I want the A5 and commit to that? Would I want the personal size and commit to that? And it's just way too many damn decisions for my brain cells to handle right now. And so that is why I decided just keep things simplified for right now and effective. So with that said, the things that I am using right now are the Full Focus Planner. So it's the Full Focus Planner by Michael Hyatt and Company. They have something called a Full Focus Journal. I am also using the Full Focus Journal. So these coincide together. I already had both of these since last year, I believe it was. I used them and then I stopped using them. They stayed up in my son's closet. So when I moved, I found them again and decided, you know what, they're undated. And I love when things are undated because then you can always go back and use them again. So I am using these for now to get me through the end of the year and even into possibly January, because there is enough room in these for me to do that. The other thing that I am using is I'm using my Moterm. It's A5. What I decided to do, so in the past, I've done the Stalogy notebooks in 365. So the Stalogy 365, what that means is it's how many pages. So it's one per day. Instead, what I decided to do is repurpose some of the notebooks that I still had, and they were half year. So somewhere along the way, your lovely YouTuber, Sam, had these Stalogies half year that had some pages used, many pages not, and I decided to repurpose and use them both. I have had this system this way now for about 3 months. So I'm gonna show you up close. I have actually come to really appreciate having the half years. Doesn't mean I'm spending more money in the long run, because each notebook, depending on the color you get, I go through Amazon, but I do spend between $15 and $17 per notebook on the half years, where a 365 is running about the same. Can go upwards of like 22, 24, depending on the color, but you can still get them when they're on sale for that 17 range. So yes, it's a little more expensive, but for me, bottom line, it's working for the multi-purpose that I want. So it's worth it to me. These notepads are not getting used with the same frequency day over day. So this yellow one, for example, I have it in here. I use it like a slug in molasses, y'all. This thing still has so many pages and life left in it. This one will be around after I'm done with this notebook and a new notebook probably. What I use this one for, I decorated it just with some Happy Planner stickers, but I use it for my internal thoughts. If I need to journal something real quick, if I need to get something off my chest, if I hear a sermon or a podcast that I want to write notes on, I'm using this one for that purpose. That's why they're two different colors. Those of you that have followed me for any amount of time know I love training my brain to recognize color. When it recognizes color, it recognizes the task and it understands ABCD priority or what is what. So that is why. So when my brain sees this inside my Stalogy, my yellow Stalogy inside my Moterm, it knows that's personal. Black one is business. I have business cards, so I wear a couple business hats. There's my cards there. I like to keep anywhere between 4 and 5 cards at a time in here just in case I need them. I have some inspirational quote cards here that I mail out to people from time to time, so I keep those there. I have my Planner Press Duet tabs. I haven't used them in a very long time, but I have them there in case I do need tabs. And then I have some miscellaneous cards that I need to file away. And I also have my standard Post-it tabs that I do actually end up using over here. In the sides, I have just some mental notes for debt payoff stuff that I've got going on. And then over here, I've got some information that I need for clients. And then I also have, this one is job 1 and this is job number 2. So that is how I have that layout. I put just a quote here with washi tape, nothing fancy. I've had it there for a while. And then I have just all of my notebook paper here. So I keep this going. Some stuff I use to fold, right? Like I can keep it folded, but for the most part, I just keep it all pretty free flowing. I had some stuff that I needed to get done for work, and I needed these sheets, and I didn't want to tuck them in the pocket because I didn't want them forgotten, and I needed to use them, like actively use them. So all I did in true classic girl fashion is I grabbed the damn paper and I stapled it on with my stapler, and now it doesn't fall out. It stayed there. I'm happy to report that we've moved beyond those days because that was like a big task that I'm very glad it's over with. And then that one was done. So I've got my Ollie clip as well. Y'all, I love Ollie clips. I've had several Ollie clips. Out of the several that I've had, this one has turned out to be the best one because it has not warped or peeled on the inseam. I had some other ones that were super cool, like leopard print, if you followed my videos over the years. But they would like break apart. That sucks. And they're not cheap, but they're really great clips. So this one has worked out. It's fading. I could care less because I'm more about the functionality versus the pretty of it, the aesthetic. So for example, in here, so my notebook has been getting used the half year. I have a little bit of paper left, but I still have plenty. The great news with the Stalogy when you order them through Amazon is very much available through Prime. So for example, when I am down to like my last week worth of paper, probably 3 to 5 pages in, I'll be able to order a new one and it'll arrive in time so that I am not out of paper. However, this setup right here, I use this thing and I carry this with me in my bag. So what I started doing, I'll actually improvise. I have my Lululemon little bag. This thing has actually turned out to be great. I was carrying a big purse around and I'm just tired of carrying a purse plus my work bag and then carrying my lunch bag when I have lunch and just my coffee, my Stanley. It's like too much. So decided to carry that smaller Lululemon bag instead of a purse, but this one very much fits into my work bag. I've been carrying my Dagny Dover backpack in Heather Gray. So it fits in there perfectly fine. My planner fits in there perfectly fine. I don't carry my journal with me, just the planner, this one, my laptops, my pens, my charger, it all fits perfect. So that is what I'm using this one for. Things that I keep carrying in this one, and it looks chunky, which I love. This Moterm A5, it's like a blush pink color. I've had this thing now for about 3 years, maybe 3.5 years. It is awesome. It is not worn. It's got so much life left to live. These are awesome. So if you are new to Planner World or been around Planner World, Moterm just continues delivering great quality, and I'm super satisfied with them. And when it comes time to get a new one, I certainly will be getting another Moterm A5 cover. I think it's absolutely fantastic. My next one will either be gray or black. I haven't made a decision yet on that. But anyway, so what I do is I put my Sharpie highlighter in the loophole, and then I just tuck my Papermate Flare in medium right there. It holds, it doesn't fall out, and it works perfect, okay? So that's what that one's for. Today, Monday, what I decided to do is the Full Focus journal is, you can use it every day, you can use it once a week, it's up to you. I am trying to get better at using it once a day. And so yesterday I knew that I wanted to get started this week with that habit. So I went on ahead and I just gave myself permission to start today. So I went to the gym, got the kids to school, went to the gym, got done what I needed, came and sat down before I started getting my important tasks done for work, and just gave myself a few minutes to journal out. So the journaling out is done for today. Tomorrow I will do the same thing and date it. This one right here, it's just got some really great prompts. They're the same prompts every day, so it's not going to be different prompts. It's about the routine, about the habit, and I don't know, it's like, some of y'all have said this before, when I talk on my videos, you feel like we're having a conversation in your kitchen, right? Or in your house. This journal to me feels like I'm having a conversation with somebody that is credible, and it makes me feel so much better. And like, okay, you thought that you were falling so far behind, and maybe you're actually not. Or, oh, the day was really heavy, but actually it wasn't, because you still had things that you learned. This works for me. Journaling might not be for everybody. This particular one might not be for everybody, but it has been working well, and I want to continue integrating this. So that is what the Full Focus journal does for me and how I'm using it. Now the Full Focus planner, this one is actually really great. Again, I'm planning on reaching out to them because I want to find out if they, and I'm assuming the answer is going to be no, unfortunately, but I'm hoping that they can sell it to where it is the non-hole version, like loose leaf, but with no holes, because if so, it would be like a no-brainer kind of thing for me, where I get the Franklin Covey binder that I want, I hole punch it with the hole punch that I need of 7 holes in classic size, and then you just call it a day, and that would be my planning system. I do like this a lot, this system, because it keeps things really, really effective, which is really nice. And so something that's cool about this system on Full Focus, I started this last night. So I got the kids to bed. There's not a right or wrong on how you do this. But what this will do is it will, I don't know, it helps you prioritize. It helps you see how far you've come, or if you missed the mark, but it does it in a gentle way, but effective way. So it's kind of holding you accountable. It's very interesting. These are, I don't know, it's written well. They know what they're doing at Full Focus, okay? It's all very intentional. It works great for people with ADHD. It works great for people that are busy or wear multiple hats or simplified hats or whatever it is. But anyway, so last night, got the kids to bed, and I just did my weekly preview. This right here, it can take you as much or as little time as you want it to take. Yesterday night, this took me about half an hour, but because I was really thinking through things. But there is the weekly preview. So this will be at the end of every week so that you can start going forward, right? And it talks about what worked, what didn't work, what do we want to start, what do we want to stop, what do we want to improve, what's your overview? You get to grade yourself on what percentage did you complete or not complete on your stuff. So for example, my biggest wins, I took the boys to NASCAR, stayed in the moment. I completed Toby Loose Ends. I took things to Haley. I picked up a key from Michelle, and I took Amy to go see houses, right? Like there's those kind of things. What worked and what didn't work, right? What worked, keeping daily tasks 1 to 3. I committed time blocks. I organized my space, and I started taking a later start versus an earlier in the morning start. What didn't work was not having a plan, self-doubt, thoughts I'm not doing enough. So it's really great to kind of walk you through what those things look like. It reminds you what you have going. You can sketch out your week right here, which I love because then you don't have to worry about like erasing a whole bunch of crap. Like you can kind of pre-plan it, and then it talks about what your big 3s are going to be, and then what your sleep, eat, move, connect, and relax self-care planner piece is going to look like, so you can start integrating. So this week what I did was I already have so much already done. So just took my Sharpie highlighter, nothing fancy. I've highlighted through already what I've been working on. I still have the social media stuff that I'm working on, but I'm getting done what I said I needed to get done today. And then it has a little section for notes. And then tomorrow, I already yesterday night, so when I was done sketching out through my weekly view, I was able to start kind of sketching out my time blocks already. And then the night before, I'm just going to make sure and go and update it because things are kind of changing quickly this week, and I need to be pliable. So knowing that I'm just looking at my phone calendar and plopping it down the next day and then taking time to see what my true big things are the night before, I think is going to work really great. And it has been working good for me, so that I remind myself that I'm not here to try to take on the entire world in one day, that taking micro steps matter. So Saturday and Sunday are intentionally left blank right now because I'm still too far away from Saturday and Sunday and I don't have the kids. So I'm going to see what those things look like. And then you have that weekly preview I was telling you about. So this planner has been working very well for me. It's going to continue working well for me for at least through the remainder of the year. But it actually has been wonderful. So I'll make sure in the description to put links that you can go take a look at the different planner stuff that I have. If you guys want me to talk about anything specifically, I am going to work on doing Sunday where I show you what I'm doing in my planners, and then Wednesday I can do a recap. My Wednesday recap though won't be actually getting recorded on Wednesday. I'll either end up recording it on Monday or Tuesday just so I can show you the week through. But I really want to get back to just doing my planner stuff. It brings me happiness. And so many of you guys have truly turned into friends of mine. Who would have ever thought that a YouTube channel could gift you friends? But it really has. And so many of you are from all over the world, and everybody has different work schedules and life schedules. So it's nice. You might not be able to see the video live time, but you can see it when it's meant to come across. And yeah, with that said, I see you. I love you. You matter to me. I'm going to continue getting back to my block time because I have to finish working on social media stuff. Have to get a couple blog posts done before I pick up my kiddos. And then I have an appointment this evening that I need to get to. But with that said, I will talk to you later. Bye, guys.